so much. Give it up for Adam. Give it up for Adam's mom. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to talk to you. That's it. I promise. That's it. Okay. All right. So did we watch the Golden Globes tonight?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, we won't talk about it. Did we watch? More importantly, did we watch the Barbie movie? Have we all seen the Barbie movie? Yes. Yes. Thank you. That would be awkward if you didn't clap. I don't know if you all heard about. I mean, this movie's so good, right? It just really helps promote gender equality. It's super feminist. Now, I don't know if you heard about this. There was a little controversy about the casting of Ryan Gosling. Did anyone hear about this? No, because no one said. Okay, so a bunch of Gen Zers. Any Gen Zers in the crowd? I'm not going to call you out. Just okay. A bunch of Gen Zers complained about the casting of Ryan Gosling. They said, at the age of 42, he was too old to play Ken. Can you believe that? Ryan Gosling too old? When I heard this, I was like, oh my God. A man was criticized for being too old to play a role. This movie is doing so much for gender equality, right? Oh my God. Like, what's next? Is he gonna be invisible because he's middle-aged? No, that won't happen. So I did something this holiday season that's popular for white people on Black Friday. I got 23andMe. And, okay, I know I'm white. All right, I know that part. I just want to know how many kinds of white I am. Yeah. Like, don't worry, I have white guilt. I need it to be more specific. And, it turns out I am part German. I know, like extra white guilt. But also, I'm quarter Jewish. So I don't know, the two cancel each other out. I'm not sure. I don't know. Apparently I have an expiration date. I just learned tonight. I'm getting close. Actually, I'm past it. I won't say how old I am. But I am 25% Jewish. So that means that this holiday season, I got to celebrate Hanukkah for 2 nights. Like, my menorah only has 2 candles in it. Okay, it's not a menorah, it's just 2 candlesticks, but for me, that's a menorah, right? I may be 25% Jewish, but I am 100% Jewish when it's convenient. Like, if you need a ride to the airport on a Friday evening, I can't do that, come on, it's Shabbat, seriously. If it's LAX, that is. So like I said, I've hit my expiration date, apparently. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but what I will say is I grew up in the 80s. Anyone else? Yeah, it's okay. Like, we're in a safe space. It's also dark. No one can see you anyways. I grew up in the 80s, and kids today have it so easy. And obviously what I'm talking about is that kids today have the chickenpox vaccine. Do you know that? Do you know that they're vaccinated against the chickenpox? And I'm not against it. I'm not anti-vax, just so we're clear on that. Like, I will never know what it's like to get polio, and I'm good with that. It's just that kids today, they'll never know what that's like. They'll never know what it's like to take an oatmeal bath. Do they even know what oatmeal is for? Like, overnight oats? No, it's to bathe in when you get the chickenpox, right? And kids today will never experience that. I will say this. We had kind of a vaccine when I was growing up. And those of you who grew up in the 80s probably are familiar with this vaccine. It's called, whichever sibling gets the chickenpox first, then infects the other sibling. That's how we did it, Like, I was the first one, so then my mom put me and my sister in a room together, locked the door, and said, breathe on her until she starts to itch. And that's how we did it back then. That was our vaccine. And then the neighbor, the kid next door, also hadn't gotten it yet, so my mom called. The neighbor's mom was like, hey, Alice has the chickenpox. I can hook you up. Send her over. So I vaccinated 2 people when I was a child. You're welcome. And kids today will never know what that's like. They just have, COVID, and they social distance. And anyways, so I am an actor. Yeah, it's okay. That's the appropriate response. Don't clap for that. Are we happy the strike is over? Yeah, I'm so high. I was so I am a proud member of SAG-AFTRA, and I am so happy the strike is over, so I can finally go back to not working. Really the only difference between me before the strike and me during the strike is that during the strike I had an excuse for not working. Now I'm just back to not booking anything. So I am an actor. I used to be a thespian. I used to have hopes and dreams of being the next Meryl Streep. And now I just have hopes and dreams of being the next Flo from Aggressive. Y'all, I got bills to pay. And you know it's not gonna pay the bills? Working on my craft. But you know what will pay the bills? A hemorrhoid ad. Yeah. Okay, do you remember that commercial for Pepto-Bismol? It was like a line of people. Remember this? And they did that dance, right? You know it, right? Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Remember that, right? So I'm watching this commercial, and there is a woman at the end, and she does the whole diarrhea. And I'm watching, I'm like, oh my God, she's the diarrhea woman. Why couldn't I be the diarrhea woman? I didn't even get an audition for that. I called Adam. I was like, Adam, did you not think I could be the diarrhea woman? You couldn't give me an audition for that? And you know what? You may call her the diarrhea woman, but you know what I call her? Rich. She has all of her student loans to drama school paid off with just that one spot, okay? And it is hard enough being a middle-aged woman in Los Angeles. I got to compete with all the other middle-aged women like me. Now I also have to compete with animals. I could have killed that Aflac spot. Killed it. No, they gave it to a duck. Like, come on. So I have this condition I'm sure some of you will have this too. It's called IMDb ADD. Anyone else suffer from this? It's a real problem. It's when you can't, so if you're not familiar with it, I'll tell you, it's when you can't watch a movie without consulting IMDb at least a few times, right? And I was recently watching $1 Million Baby. Yes, I know it came out 10 years ago. I know because I IMDb'd it, all right? But I'm running out of things to watch. So I'm watching $1 Million Baby. And if you haven't seen it, I'll just catch you up. Hilary Swank plays this boxer, all right? And she gets knocked out and paralyzed from the neck down. And it is so hard to watch because she is a boxer and she's paralyzed, and I could not figure out everything I'd seen her in. So I was like, oh, I can't watch it anymore. So I had to go and consult IMDb, and then I was like, oh my God, that's it. She was the next Karate Kid. Remember that? Remember the next Karate Kid? Okay, it came out a long time ago. It was with Mr. Miyagi, played by Pat Morita, who was also in the original Karate Kid with Elizabeth Shue, who was in Battle of the Sexes in 2017 with Steve Carell, who was in 40-Year-Old Virgin in 2005 with Seth Rogen, who was in This Is the End in 2013 with Jay Baruchel, who was in $1 Million Baby. Did you all catch up to that? Okay, anyways. But what my point is, by the time I kind of connected all the dots, I figured out, I was like, okay, now I can finish the movie. So I went back, but I forgot to hit pause, and it ended, and I didn't catch it, and I didn't feel like rewinding. So just no spoilers. I'm gonna finish it eventually, but no spoilers. It works out for her, right? Is she okay? It works out? I mean, it's a Clint Eastwood movie. What's gonna go wrong, right? It's fine. Don't tell me. Okay, my name's Alice Cutler. Thank you all so much. You've been awesome.